buddy? I'm saying trying to connect. I don't know if we're on there. Hopefully we're on there okay. If you can hear me, please leave a comment. I was going to go live at 4 today, but I had to run something up to the post office. And the crazy post office was like Christmas today. There was like 15 people in there in line, and some delivering things overseas and some of them dropping off packages. Anyhow, it was a zoo in there. So I was going to share with you some of the items today, and because I got a later start, I think I'm going to go ahead and share with you some swaps. I've got a boatload of swaps that are in the butterfly in the mini catalog, and I decided I am going to just cut those back and show you some from the Toadstool. Oh, no, not the Toadstool. I'm sorry. I'm going to do the lobster one if I can find where my little tag was on there. Was it this one? Here we go. It's going to share with you today stuff from the Friends of the Ocean Ocean Friends bundle. And let's see if I can get this on the screen. I am just out of it today. And my light's not wanting to stay where it should be. So hopefully you can see okay. I might try and swing that over just a little bit closer to the light. Okay, so let me share with you then these sweet little guys. So this is, you're going to see things from the Ocean of Friends bundle. You're going to see the designer series paper. You're going to see probably some of the embellishments. I see some of them have the punches on there, the soft waves. So I'm going to set that aside here and start sharing with you those little guys. So let's see. This one. This is says hello friend. It's got the little crabby guy on there. It's got the swirled paper. I don't think that I have shared this bundle with you before. This one is from Laura Milligan. You know, I feel like I have shared this with you before. Hi, Mom. If I've shared this before and you remember that, let me know, because I can always stop at some given point here and move on. Okay, this one is from Leanne Greff. This is, I have shared this before because I remember sharing these little flaps. So you know what? We are going to skip doing the lobster one, and we are going to go on to the butterflies. So just ignore that little deal there. We're going to go to these butterflies because I know that I have not showed this one before. Okay, so we are going to share, did I share this? You know what? I got a whole bunch of new ones in. That's what I wanted to share with you. So let's see if I can figure out which ones were the new ones. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think these were my new ones. So let me just get with the program here and share. Okay, so here's one of them. Double butterflies on there. This is from Tracy Drake. And we'll just, it's a pretty simple one, so we'll stop at that. This one is Happy Birthday, and it's got the embossing folder background on it. Looks like they did a little blending brushes on the Coastal Cabana. And that one, was from Carol Norquist. Let's see. This one is from Judy McCauley. Look at this cute little fun card. That's that triple layered one. A lot of beautiful work on there. And then this is the designer series paper and folder embossing that is from Celebration. And speaking of celebration, I might as well share this right now whilst I'm thinking of it. Tomorrow, we will have more items added to the celebration list. So we will see those in the morning. Along with that, we're going to see 2 new kits come out. There'll be an updated last chance list, whether there's things that are going to be added to it or just stuff that is currently on there. This is Michelle Baranek, and this is her card. There's got to be something. I was going to say more to it because it's got some weight to it. Has beautiful butterflies on the outside and inside. Some of the sequins that is in there. We're going to be using that at the February stamp camp, making a shaker card. So we'll have some of that, and then some of the loose pieces will also go on one of the cards as sequins. This one is, oh, Terry Gaines, your swap card was one of my favorites. Enjoy this bonus card. That was who we did the swaps with. That was nice of her. Here is her card that she sent. Look at that. Bright and cheerful. I like the yellow. All right. Let's see. What else do we have? Tuck that back in there. I hope my phone doesn't ring. I had a call while I was in the post office, and I ended up just not answering it because I was in line. Carol Norquist swap, leader swap. Oh, that's cute little card. Look at that. Flip, flip, flip. I like it. And I like the cheerfulness of it. So anyhow, I'm hoping that that person does not call me back because I haven't had a chance to silence my phone or check her message. Let's see. This is another one. Oh, I like the colors on there. Almost looks like she colored it and maybe spritzed it a little bit. This is the gold weave ribbon. We're going to be using that in the February stamp camp. Look at how cute that is. Oh, I bet she did it with daubers right direct to the stamp. Let's see. Yeah, she probably did that with daubers too by the looks of it. What a fun card. And let's see. Stampin' with Anita. No last name, but I like that card. Kind of reminds me a little bit of Monarchs if it had a little more black in it. Let's see. I think we've seen that one. This one is from Anne Hubner. Look at that pretty card. I like that. And that embossing folder, I believe, is made to be able to flip up like that in the dies. Oh, yep, it is, because here it shows it right here. So that's basically your card base, and then she added designer series paper and then cut out the white in there. Beautiful card. All right, and I think we have 2 more that was added to the swap that I recently got. This one was from Susan Campfield, and she did a strip of the embossing folder. This looks like the Celebration Designer Series paper. Could be the one. Nope, this might be the one that is, let's see, the Floral Delight, possibly. I bet it's the Floral Delight and the back side of it. Time to Celebrate, little butterflies on there. Pretty. And then one more I wanted to share. And I know my mom got to see this one because she was here, stayed a day with us, and we were able to go through these swaps together. This one is from Michelle Lynch. And this one was done with vellum paper through that embossing folder. And I know we don't sell vellum anymore, but I still liked it. And I wanted to share it. I know Trudy was asking about vellum and different ways to use it last week. And then this is beige on beige, basically. And she did the background folder or the folder on the background piece also. Very pretty. I like it. Okay, let's see how we're doing on time since I was a running late program. Let's see. 4:18, so I got about 10 more minutes to show some more cards. So my other thing I wanted to show is in the celebration. Let's see, I wanted to share with you the Fruit Salad Designer Series paper. So I did get a few cards using that. So let's see, here's one of them. I'm going to open this up because it looks like a fancy fold, so we know how to open it. Let's see. This is from Renee Conkey from Oshkosh, Wisconsin. So this opens up like this and like this. So here she cut out some of the pears from that paper. Oh, and this was around the corner set. I think that was, nope, not around the corner. It is, let me just look it up in my mini catalog. I believe it was in there. Let's see if I can find it. I can picture it. It's got all kinds of sayings. I actually have it. Probably if I turned around and looked at my stamp sets that I have sitting out here. Probably. Oh, let's see. Nope, I don't have it handy. It's tucked away because we're going to, it's something that we could possibly use on a card that we're going to be making. Oh, must be. Okay, it is an online exclusive one. You know what? I'm just going to grab it here. Let me just find it. Here we go. Spring Corners. So basically it has thank you for everything. So thank you for everything. These stamps are set up as corners. When I first looked at this set, I thought, well, those are weird. How does that work? But when let's see if we can put this against something here. Maybe I need a darker piece of cardstock. Yeah, you can see it a little better that way. But you can see how they're actually made as corners that go on your card. So I'm going to set that one aside. Actually, I'm going to put it right back where I found it, because otherwise, come Saturday, I'll be wondering what happened to that stamp set I had the other day. Okay, so there's that one. Then we have this one from Michelle Hornback. And here's her card. Oh, this is one of those triple flap ones where it opens like, oh, I got a little piece of adhesive there. Opens like this and it folds like that. And these are just the back sides of some of the paper. Super cute. Okay, let me put that back in there so I don't mess that up. This is one that I actually made, and I took 1-inch squares of the Designer Series paper, and then I just started laying it out and gluing them down, and then cut off the excess, and then I used the embossing folder to send it through. And then this was from one of the ephemera packs, the saying there, and then just added some white on the inside. Super cute. Easy to pick out colors of ribbon to go with that paper. Here's another one from Leanne. And she just cut out circles, put them on there, and then cut off the edges and used the embossing folder. One of the real popular items from the celebration. There's that one. And then I have one more to share with you using this paper. And this was from Karen Titus. And there's her card. Fun card. Makes me want spring. Kind of makes me want to actually have a strawberry now that I think about it. But look at how cute and simple that is. All right. Well, I'm guessing, Mom, you're my only person on here so far. So I'm going to try and hold off a little bit before I start making my make a card today. So let's see. Oh, I could share this one. I think you've seen it. We talked about it, but it's from Beth Tetzloff that was on here last week. I'm hoping she'll come back on today. This was her card, and she actually glued some salt and pepper on the little salt and pepper shakers. And one thing I really liked about her card, these are the Arches dies. Let me just see here what I got. This is the Everyday Arches stamp set, and you get the dies. If you get the bundle, you get a lot of dies. What is there? 10 different die sizes. And then these sayings just go right around the arches, which I thought was pretty cool. But I've seen a few people using the arches not in the direction like I would think, like this, but they're using them upside down where they flip open. And I think that's pretty cool. That's one of those thinking out of the box things that I typically wouldn't think of. And then it looks like she used the plaid stamp in the background there. Super cute. Like her card. Oh, I never noticed the little pattern on the back of those even. So there's that one. Let's see. What else can I show to kill off a little bit of time here before we get started? Back where I got it from. Our card we're going to be making on Saturday in the hostess group, we will be using this the fruit paper, the Fruit Salad Designer Series paper, and thank goodness I had 2 of them because I started cutting everything up yesterday and I'm working away on it. I get all done. I get 14 different card sets made up, and I start to assemble, which I should know better. Always assemble the first one to make sure you got it right before you cut it all up. And I did not. And go figure, I cut all my Designer Series paper. I scored it and cut it the wrong way for the scores. So luckily I had some more, and I had to take and redo all of them today, but I had enough. I got them done. We're gonna make I seen, what is her name? Oh, not Stompin' Clomper, the other one that I watch, Connie, oh, can't think of it. Hi, Karen Nelson. Anyhow, I can't, you know what, I gotta get her name because it'll drive me crazy. Her name is Connie Stewart, and she did the Never Ending card. So that's what we're going to actually do as one of our cards on Saturday. And then we're also going to do the card I'm demonstrating today too, the Fault Line cards. So we'll have a little bit of fun things to do there. You'll get a little sneak peek at the Fault Line card today, which will be good because then you'll just be the master of it come Saturday. I'm just going to put a couple of things away here and let a few more people get online so that I can have some room to work on stuff. So let me see if I can pop these little guys back in here. Oh, let's see, while I'm at it, I might as well lay a couple of these cute toadstool cards out here for you to look at, because I got a couple new ones. Here was a couple I got in the swap. Here's another cute one, and another cute one. So I'll at least give you something fun to look at while you're waiting for me to get my poop in a group. All right, I gotta put this back in the celebration stuff. Okay. Let's see, Karen, since you're here, I can share a little bit, and hopefully I'll remember to share this also with the group after I am done doing my demonstration. But just a reminder, we still have celebration going through the 28th. Awesome deal on the joining for the markers, and hopefully people will want to take advantage of that. I think my mom is going to take advantage of getting some of those new markers. Let's see what else with the joining. Oh, that goes through the 28th. So along with that, you can get $125 in product for $99. You get free shipping with it. You do have to pay sales tax. You don't get to take advantage, however, of celebration, because that's a special deal on the starter kit. But anytime after that, you can still do celebration stuff. And again, tomorrow, I have no idea how many more additional items will be coming to celebration that we can choose from. I will share with you let me show you this stamp set and dies, the heart-shaped bundle. I seen that it is on low inventory now, and we had been out of the dies for a little while. So I'm guessing when that goes, it's going to go, and that's free with a $120 purchase. But I'm sure they'll come out with some more of that tomorrow. Corner and Bloom, that set is beautiful. Matter of fact, do I have? Let's see. I think I've got 2 cards here I can share with you. Here's one of the Corner and Blooms. Look at how pretty that is, just stamping that stamp right on the corner. And then I'm assuming they colored it with blends. Embossed that Thinking of You. That was Betty Weisbrick, which is kind of nice. And then this was one that I did, and I think I did share this one time. But so here was these flowers right here. And then this flower is the one that's right behind it. And then this tucks into the tag. And then there's those flowers, these flowers again, right in here. So it's a fun fold of a card. And kind of, let's see if I can get it back in there without ruining it. All right. Oh, that's because I'm trying really hard to do it the wrong way. Easel card. There we go. Okay, let's see how we doing on time now. So we are 4:31 on my watch. Let me tuck these little guys away and bring out the stuff for making the card today. See here, move the celebration, move our little toadstools. Oh, look at that. I didn't even notice that cute little ladybug on there. All right. Okay, so today we are going to be making a fault line card. And this is one of my samples. So this is the vellum that's in there. And let me just tell you what that vellum is in, because Trudy was asking again more things for vellum. So it's the vellum that's right in this suite, and it is called Floral Gignham Vellum. I'm slide that up just a touch. Floral Gignham Vellum, and then I'll have some too with this vellum that comes from that kit. So we will be using the Delightful Wishes stamp set. So we'll have some of those things on our samples. These were just the leaves on the background. And then I had, what else did I use on there? I used some little, oops, there, I just closed the book again on what I wanted. Oh, I used these little flower patterns off the side of it underneath there. Just, it's hard to see because I wanted it really light. I just did it in the Lemon Lolly, on Lemon Lolly. You can see a little bit of the pattern right back here on the white. So, and oh, here we go. No, you know what that was? It's the little flowers here. Let's see. It doesn't show up very good in the picture. I bet you I can pull it out of my stamp case and show you. Now I gotta think, is this the one? Nope, it's not. I must have used that from another stamp set and I didn't bring it out here, but we're not going to be using it on my card today anyhow, but I like to know what it's called and can't think of it. So we'll set that aside. So that's one of them. This is another one. So here's my horizontal and here's my vertical. There's my little flowers there, the Bright Future. Oh, it is from a different saying set. Now I gotta figure out which one it was because I didn't bring it with me. Did I write it on a sheet on the back? I did not. Boy, it's a Monday, a tough Monday for me. So all you do is really roll and rough these edges back on your fault line cards. So let's set those to aside. And then I'm gonna show you, we are gonna be doing the shaving cream technique on Saturday. So instead of designer series paper in our center, we're going to be using our shaving cream pieces that we create. And then we just have 2 layers of cardstock. That is, what is it? 2 1/4 by 4, 2 3/4 by 4. And then I just added some other additional embellishments from the stamp set we're going to be using on Saturday. So there's a little sneak peek. That was my horizontal. Here's my vertical. And then I think I just put a little flower and a saying inside. So we're going to have a couple different colors of cardstock to use on Saturday. So you'll be able to choose from a couple different things there. So today, let's see, let me get my little kit out here. Let's see which one I had set up. Okay, I am going to get you some measurements on that paper, just so that I'm not giving out the wrong info on it. So let me just get my ruler out here. Oh, there's my little piece I need, not these ones. This is going to be a giveaway one for next week. That's why I have these tucked in here. Okay, so let me get my pieces out here. Okay, so I'm just using, Mom said I didn't see it. Love that one. Was it one of these guys? Whoops. That you saw, love that one? Maybe this one or this one? Either way around it, you may be able to copy it. Well, you probably won't with the shaving cream if that's the case, because you know they always turn out separate and individual. Okay, so I'm using Old Olive standard card base, and then I put a 5 1/4 by 4 inch basic white piece on the inside. I'm just going to crease that a little bit. And then I have a basic white that's going to go on here, and that's the same size, 5 1/4 by 4. But we're not going to put that on quite yet because we're going to do our magic to it first. And then we have a piece of vellum that is cut at 4 inch by 4 inch. So that's going to be our fault line that you're going to see through. And I don't know if you can see it. This side is a little brighter where this is like the back of the vellum. And I think I like that little bit brighter. So I'm going to go with that one. So we can go ahead and adhere that down. And you're not going to see the adhesive on the corners of this. So no worries about vellum. And you just kind of want to center this as best you can to this piece. You're going to have a little playroom there. So we'll go ahead and put that down. Okay. And then we have two pieces that are, let's see here. I'm going to use the yellow one here. This is Lemon Lolly. So that is 4 inches by 2 3/4. Hi, Julie. Okay, so what you do with this is you take the two pieces together. Now, the reason I chose these colors is because these were colors that are on my card, and the old olive was the leaves. So whatever colors you find in your DSP paper is what I would recommend to choose. And all you're going to do is put these two together, and you're going to want to start at one end, and you're going to tear down. So let's say we start about a 1/2 inch, 3/4 inch in. You're going to tear this down, and you want roughly the same amount on the other end. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start tearing, and I'm tearing up towards me. Doesn't matter if you go either way, because you can flip these over real easy. And there we go. Okay, so here's my two pieces. So we have this one and this one. Now there's a couple different things I wanted to share with you on these cards that I did. So the first one that I did, I laid both my pieces going this way. So your fault line kind of went through the center. Okay, that's my vertical. Here's my horizontal, same thing. Fault line went through, whoops, this way. Fault line went through, but I wanted this one to trust so you could see, hi Laura, the yellow underneath the white. This one I purposefully did the other way, white underneath the yellow. And I was just playing around. I took my ink pad and kind of added a little bit of ink to the edge of the paper. Not sure if you could see it or not, but I wanted to see what that looked like. So those are those two. And then with these two, you're going to see again, here's the fault line going this way. But on this one, I changed it so that it made kind of like that V to it or pyramid look to it. You have to decide which one you like better. But since I have 3 samples of that fault line running through it, I think I may use this one in this type of a pattern, but I want to put it on there and see what I think first. Okay, so here's my base with my base of white and then my vellum. And then I'm just going to move these apart a little bit, and I'm just going to lay it on there. I just want to see what I think about it first. Okay, so here's my yellow Lemon Lolly underneath and my white on the outside. Now, it's kind of nice. I hope I'm in the screen the whole way there. Let me just see. Yep, I am. Okay, so it's kind of nice to have a light color on the outside, just for the fact being it's easy to stamp your saying on there without having to add any kind of additional layer. However, this one I did punch out a circle and use that for my saying. Not that you have to. Okay, so there's that one. Kind of like it. Now let's just turn it and go the other direction and see what we think of the yellow being on the outside. Okay, I can already tell you what I like, and I'll tell you why in just 1 second here. Okay, there's my yellow on the white. To me, because this background is white, it's hard to see that white unless you really ruffle it up high. So I can already tell I'm going to want to do this card with the white on the outside and the yellow next to the vellum paper. I just think it makes that vellum stand out nicer. Okay, so now we have to decide, okay, do I like it in a fault line like this, which I kind of do, or do I like it in a fault line like this direction? Okay, so I'm going to just share with you on this card what my thought was. My thought is, from the Delightful Wishes, I want to take this branch and put some flowers on there for decorations and then my saying. So if I do it that way, I think the branch will fit good. Now you can figure out how my brain works. Okay, here's another going back this way and that way. Then my branch would end up going probably this way. And I could easily do the card like this or the other way. I like it both ways. What do you guys think? Should we do it like it looks like a river? Or should we do it this shape? I'm going to let you guys decide because I can figure out the branch. So let's say pyramid if you like this style, or a V, or like a river. I'll let you guys type in what you think you like best. And I'm just going to set them up here so you know. So a V or like a river. And I think we have 4 people on with us right now. Not very many people on today. So we may end up with a tie, which might be kind of a tough one there. But I'll give you guys time to type in there what you think you like the best. I love the way that looks. I like the white on the outside too, and I like the river shape. That's from Laura. So hopefully Julie and Karen and my mom are still there and can type in their thoughts on it. So we'll just give it some time. While we're making that decision, let me share with you how I did here. River for Karen. So I took the stamps from, let me get my stamp set back in here, from Delightful Wishes. I took these 2 stamps and this leaf, and I stamped the detailed part in crushed curry, the flower and lemon lolly, and then the leaves in garden green. Like all, even yellow on top and bottom. Let's see, like all, even yellow on bottom and white on top. So Julie likes pyramid. Karen likes the river. Let's see if I can go back. Yep, Karen likes the river. Laura likes the river. And my mom says she likes both. So, yep, I knew we were going to end up with a tie in there. Okay, so then I just took and die cut these out. And I'll tell you, I had a hard time cutting out this flower because this little die piece can kind of go on there any direction. But what I ended up doing, let's see, I put a couple little scratch marks on here because I had a little pin sitting next to me. And I determined that little scratch mark, if I caught this farthest out little hump there, let me make sure I'm telling you the right way now. Yeah, that I felt made the flower the best shape. So I'm going to just put this back on here so that I don't lose that die. And I will also tell you, when I did that flower, it was much easier to stamp the crushed curry detailed part first and then the lemon lolly after to be able to line up. And then the leaves, this is just a die for the leaves, and I stamped them in Old Olive. So I'm just going to keep that tape with it so we don't lose that whilst I'm demoing here. Matter of fact, I'm going to put those right on my magnet sheet right now so I don't lose them. Okay, so that's what those 3 stamps were. And then I die cut them out already. So I'm just going to pull out a few of these that I have die cut. There's 4, 5, just for an odd number. I don't know if we'll use 3 or 5. And then I got a few little leaves I can put on there. Okay, so pyramid or this? Too bad I don't have a coin in my hand for pyramid for heads and a river for tails. Well, I think I'm going to start with what I had decided. Since I have more river ones, I'm going to go with a pyramid just so I have more samples. Which means then I gotta change this up to go this way, and that one's fine staying the way it is. Now, if you didn't want to, excuse me, ruffle up those edges at all, you wouldn't have to. You can lay them right down and they'll look nice like that. But because it's kind of a fault line, I'm going to go ahead and ruffle them up. So all I'm doing is kind of bending the fibers on the edge of this. I think you can see it. And I would say you could even, if you have a hard time, because, you know, cardstock can be pretty stiff, you could take your scissors and rough up the edge if you wanted that way. But that one bent over pretty easily. Now I just got to make sure I'm doing the yellow the right way. Turn it over here. Okay. Ruffle this one up. And again, if you wanted to take, say, a dauber and add a little dark, some of the yellow to the edge of this to make it stand out a little more, you could. Okay. Oh, we want yellow on the bottom. All right. So I'm going to pull this aside and I'm going to get this one on. Now you want your white piece to line up with the outside of your card. Okay. So this one, you're going to tuck in there and just kind of get an idea on where you want that. I don't want it to be too wide, but I don't want it to be too narrow either. So right here, if you want, you could make it super simple and just put a line there. And you're going to add tape to your piece of cardstock. Okay. And then I'm going to just tape that right down. And you're going to want it level with the edge. And I think I was holding it down there a little bit crooked when I made that top mark. So I'm just lining up with the bottom. If you didn't get your edges completely straight, if you have any overhang, you can snip that right off with the scissors. Okay, and now this one, we're going to go ahead and I'm just going to add the glue down here because we don't want any glue going above where this white paper is. So we're going to just put this right down on there. Hang it right up to the top, and this one to the top. Oh, I got a piece of hair or something in there. Oh, nope, it's just a crease from the paper. Okay, so there's my top. Now, I'm going to do the bottom, do the same to the bottom. Okay, make sure we get it going the right way. I'm just ruffling this edge up again. Kind of a unique technique. I can't remember who I seen it doing it, but I just thought, oh, what a unique idea. I had not seen this technique before. In all my 20-some years, I had not seen it. So I better just do my measuring here. And then my white, just make sure we don't get too far over. Hopefully I keep doing this outside of the camera, I'm thinking. All right, so that's there on my edge. Bring my lemon lolly in here. I think that's good, so let's just put a little mark there. All right, add my adhesive to it. Put this down. Okay, I have that one a little crooked. I might have to snip that edge off of there a little bit. Okay, and put the white down. So we'll add some adhesive here. There we go. Okay, I'm just going to come along here and snip off that little bit that I see sticking over. Boy, you can hardly see it, but I think it would show up on my old olive background. So I think we're okay there. Let me just check it to my old olive and just make sure. Yep, I can see just a smidge of yellow up here, so let me get that snipped off quick. Okay. So there's that. Now I'm going to add a saying, and I have from this set, oh goodness, I'm going to be right back because I don't want to get blood on my project. I nicked my finger with those scissors when I picked them up. Let me just grab a Band-Aid quick. Good thing the salon is right next door, because sometimes I cut my finger in there and I got Band-Aids handy. Alright. That'd be a good way of ruining a project you're working on. Okay, so I want to do the, this says, it's made to go with wishing you a happy birthday, but I want to do just happy birthday. So if you remember from a little while back, I had shared how to do this. I took and added a piece of Scotch tape right over on there. I'm not sure if you can see it, but it's on there. So when I ink this up, I only want to get happy birthday on there. And if I accidentally got ink, see, I would have had ink on my A there. So I'm just going to peel this Scotch tape off. So we're clear from that. Get rid of my Scotch tape here. And then I'm going to have my happy birthday. And I think I'm just going to put that right up at the top here, because I think I want my branch on the little bit wider piece I have. So I think right there looks good. Okay, so far so good. Put the green away so I don't get my mitts in it, because that's something I would do. All right, now we're going to glue on our little branch. So we have to decide. Actually, you know what? I think at this point I can add it to, oh, look at, see, I did get blood on there. Whoever gets this card is going to have a little my DNA on it. All right. Thanks, Laura. I like to share techniques whenever possible. And, you know, a lot of us may already know how to do them, but it's always fun to do them again, kind of like our shaving cream we're going to do on Saturday. One of the gals that's in our hostess club does not or has not done shaving cream before. So that's why she asked if I could share that. And if you guys would like to see me do a shaving cream on a Make a Card Monday, let me know. And I will be happy to share how to do that too, because it's kind of fun. And it's always different. Everybody will get a different one. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put glue on here. I have my mono liquid glue right in this little tiny container. You can get these on Amazon, but it's a soup, and you can get them, I think you get them in a group of them. And you can get them in bigger size bottles too if you want, but I like this because it gives me that real fine line on there. I'm going to just set this down a little bit so I can get it all over on the branch. And I think I shared with you one other time too. If you had to set this aside to just let it dry a little bit, if you got too big of goopers on there, and then when you go to push it down, you know it's going to run outside of it, just let it sit and dry for just a few minutes, and you can see it's already starting to get clear. And when it goes clear, it's still sticky, but then you're not going to be pushing all that ink out, or glue, I'm sorry, glue out all over. Okay, so I'm going to set this in here like this. And then I'm going to just snip off that little bit of branch that's on the outside, because we don't want that on there. Geez, as pretty as it is right now, isn't it? Okay, oh, I'm going to grab a couple dimensionals because we may want to just pop these little guys up. So I'm just going to grab some dimensionals. Let's see, here we go. Uh-oh, somebody's at my door and I have an idea. It's one of my stamp customers. Going to pick something up. I didn't tell her I was doing my Make a Card Monday, so I'm hoping Sam gets the door and answers it. I hear Molly barking, but I didn't hear Sam go to the door. Okay, you guys, he didn't go, so I got to run up there real quick. I'll be right back. Terry, hi, I'm right in the middle of my Make a Card Monday video. Her thing is that blue bag on the bench there. I'll talk to you later. Sorry about that, guys. It was my friend picking up her. It's one of my demonstrator friends who just had a 5-year Stampin' Up anniversary, and I got her a little gift, and I was going to swing it by, but she said she had to run into the office, so she said she would swing by, but I guess I never got the time she was going to swing by. So, all right. So let's start with 3 here. I'm not liking that little buckle on that branch, so we're going to cover that one up. And then I think we need one probably over here. That means our last one's going to come down here somewhere. Okay, I like those. Now let's see if we want to put some little leaves in here, which, oh gosh, I think we definitely do. So let me glue up a little spot here. Thanks for understanding. Oh, hi, Lynn, you made it. Let's see, somebody else. Thought I seen another comment here. Maybe I went too far back. Bump, bump, bump. I must have. Okay, let's see. Let's put this little glue on the branches. And I definitely liked one right off of here as soon as I put it in there. Okay. And then probably one in here. Yep, I like it there. It sounds like you guys are liking this technique. It's pretty fun, I think. Okay. Julie says, this is my favorite. I must not have caught. This is my favorite. Do you mean this card is your favorite out of all of them? Because this is kind of my favorite card too. I'm liking that vellum. So just so you guys know, for next week, because you've been leaving comments, which is really good, I have I think it's 2 of these kits to give away. Of course, I can't do any of the stamping for you, so you probably will have a branch in your kit, and you'll have the paper, of course, but I can't do the stamping of the flowers and such. Oh, let's see. Should we put another flower up here? And I'd have to cut it off that side. Could put it up there. I think I like this, but I think I'm going to cut off this side. So hopefully I still have enough of the flower to put on there because I just freehanded the cut. I'm going to tuck it up in here. Oh, good, Julie. All right. Oh, yeah. I got it to fit just about perfectly, too. Okay. And then, let's see. Do we want some leaves off up here? Well, if it goes off my white, it's going to go off my white if I can't get to being able to cut it off. So that tells me another tip I could share with you if you choose to make this card again. I'm going to try and make it as close as I can to that edge. If you were to choose to make this card again, I would maybe, before I added this sheet to the front of the card, maybe put everything on there you want and then cut off. And I got Lynn a nope. And I didn't hear what I was talking about when you said nope. So maybe it was the flower and I put it on anyhow. Okay, then let's see, what do I have here? I have some adhesive back shiny sequins that I thought might go nicely with this card. So let's see what we can add for a little bit of sparkle. And you know, there's nothing saying you couldn't add some Wink of Stella in there if you wanted. But let's see. Let me just look at what this would do. Lemon, that's like a lemon lolly. This is more of the yellow. Yeah, I like that better. It kind of melds in with those colors. Versus that lemon lolly with the garden green. I just wasn't too crazy about it. And then I'm going to put one right up here. And I don't think I need any more on there. I think that is good enough for me. What do we got? A thumbs up, everybody? Or a thumbs down? I know you guys, you're going to like it. You've been leaving nice comments already. So thumbs up, I think it's going to be. So let me clean up my extra pieces here of my leaves and my flower. And let's see. There we go. The river look and the kind of pyramid look. I liked how we picked it today. I think it turned out great. Okay. So, well, I got a thumbs up from Karen. Okay, let me clean this up, and then we're going to do some drawings. I got a bunch of drawings to share. I'll leave that little card up here. I think you guys can see it. There we go. And let's see my drawings today. I have Beth, Laura, Lynn, Jerry, Trudy, Virginia, Barb, Bobby, Luann, Caroline, Connie, Joni, and Karen in the giveaway today. So we've got quite a few on the giveaway. So here's all my drawing pieces. I want to get them kind of down. I'm sure I'll munch them all up anyhow. All right, so the first card I said that I would give away. Oh, Julie, look at that. That must be... Is that a GIF? I haven't even done that before. Not like this, but yay, I like it. Okay, this was a card from last week. This is one of them I'm giving away, so this will be my first drawing. And, all right, eyes are closed. And that one goes to Trudy. So Trudy's going to get this card. I'm going to set that in there so I don't lose who got what. This is a card from last week. I'm going to just push these over a little. This is that pop-up card, the 3D one. So you have everything in the kit. You don't get embellishment with it because that just munches up some of the envelopes. Plus it gets lost sometimes. But so everything will be in there except you will have to stamp your own images on there because, again, I can't do that. Stampin' Up! Policy. And I did a little leaf on the inside. So, let's see. That's the Daisy Fun Fold card we did at Stamp Camp. And the winner, let's put these back in here. Okay, make sure they're all separated out. Okay, here we go. And the winner of this one, eyes closed, is Beth Tetzlaff, another demonstrator friend. So I'm going to set Beth's off on the side there. Then we have this card. Now this one is one that we did at Stamp Camp, and I'm going to share something with you. And I'm just going to leave this here quick. This is my quick little notes as I'm putting things together, giving me the sizes for the stuff that I need when I package it all up. But I just want to share with you, when you do these little flaps, I would start with this. So you're going to have the 2 green squares and you're going to put them together. And then I would start with one of the flaps in the corner, and you're just going to glue a little dot here and a little dot on the bottom. You need this piece to be able to lift up. So when your last, and then you'll glue each one along, and then your last piece has to tuck underneath there. So make sure that you don't glue that all the way down. You got to tuck that piece in. So glue dot in this corner and a glue dot in the corner down there will suffice. Then when you get all the way done, then you can just lift that corner up and add your glue to it. So that is that kit. Now let's see here. I just want to make sure I got everything in that kit. Oh, this one you have embellishments and your little bow is tied also. So that is this one. Okay. Let me tuck that in there. And the winner of this one, eyes closed, here we go, is Karen Nelson. So Karen, that's going to be your little card to make. And I have to share with you, I had my demonstrator meeting, and one of the gals had commented, she's won a few cards off and on, and she said, she hasn't even made any of these kit ones yet. So please make those kits, because, you know, that's why I send them to you. You get to create however you want with them. They don't have to be the card I made. And sometimes I don't even have the card left that I made to share with you. I just have the kit there. So let's see. I have, oh, you know what? I have 2 of these kits from the last one. So let's draw another one. Okay, let me just get them in there. Okay, the second winner for this. Oh, Laura, you get this one. So let me put Laura in there. Okay, and then my last one, I have 2 of these kits. So again, can't do the stamp saying, and I will share with you, I did have a little piece of scrap basic white there because the card base is basic white. Let's see, I could probably leave this on the screen for a little bit. So if you come back to my video and you're working on this card and you won it and you're working on it, you have the information there. But I did have a little piece of white scrap. So if somebody wanted to stamp it on the white and put it on there instead of stamping it right on the Moody Mauve, they could do that. But I don't know that I have that in the kit. Let's see what I got in the kit. Oh, this is bad. I have a stamped image in there because I die cut it. So, you know, that's a no-no. I shouldn't do that. Okay. Don't tell Stampin' Up! I did that for your kit. And there's a little bit of embellishment there too. Okay, so we have 2 of those kits. And I just colored these with blends. All right, so back to the drawing. I think I got one, yep. Joni's getting that one. All right, Karen, you're welcome. Laura, you're welcome. One more. Let's see if we can get somebody that's on the live today. Another one. Sheepers. Okay, eyes are closed. Yep, I have one. Oh, and Barb wins that one. So my mom gets that one. She got to make that one because she came to the camp. So now you'll have a spare. All right, that takes care of the drawings for today. Thank you guys for your patience today. I appreciate it. That craziness starting at 4 o'clock didn't work so well because at the post office, you'd have swore it was Christmas time. I can't believe all the people that were in line in front of me and the stuff they were doing. And then I get out to my car and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's 4:01. I got to get home. So needless to say, I was a little bit late. I did share, if you want to go back and watch the whole live, I did share some of the cards from my swaps with you. I'm going to just tell you a couple more little things just so I don't forget. Tomorrow is, let's see, I can tuck that up there. Tomorrow for February 4th, Stampin' Up! Is going to be letting us know that we will have some more items coming out for celebration choices. So we'll have that. Let's see, they're going to be updating the last chance list. So we may see some more things added to that. That would be, right now, it would basically be things that are online, whether they're kits. Oh, speaking of kits, 2 more new kits coming tomorrow. Whether they're kits or online exclusives, those type of things, they will be added to the list if they have anything to add. There is new online exclusives coming out in March, and us as demonstrators get to start pre-ordering. Actually, it's as of 1 a.m. our time tonight if we wanted to. I will share a couple things with you that have come through. One of them is Stampin' Up! Is having difficulty getting the red rubber for the cling stamps. And they are, what are the supply chain? They're having trouble with the supply chain. So some of our actual stamp sets are going on back order, which is surprising to me, being that we make them here in the United States. But if they can't get the red rubber for it, I can totally understand why that would happen. So I do know a couple of them currently are not available to get. And for the life of me, do you think I can think of it? One's from the mini. I think 2 of them are from the mini, the new mini. So they are looking at hopefully being in the week of the 17th. However, again, depends on that supply chain. And then the online exclusives that are going to be coming out that we can pre-order, it looks like they're having issues getting dies in also. So that's probably one of the reasons why you see some of the bundles we can't get, because the dies have been on back order. Well, we can't say back order anymore. It's currently unavailable. And I think some of them, I'm trying to remember this morning, I counted, I think it was 11 or 12 die sets that we currently can't get. And I don't know if you guys realize this, but the dies do come from China. And China, for the whole month of January, basically don't work. They have it's like their Chinese New Year, and they are off the whole month of January. So if we get crazy selling stuff where people really like things, whatever, and those dies aren't made and ready to ship, that's why we get some of these delays. And it happens every January. It always happens, and that it happens. I know it has to do with the China holiday thing, but you know, good for them for taking a whole month holiday off. So let's see. So some of those dies and those online exclusives will not be available for us as demonstrators to pre-order, but they said they are, they can come in up to you know, hours before we're available to order. So maybe we'll see some of them or not, but it'll be exciting to see that. And I just wanted to kick out there one more time about the joining during Stampin' Up! And getting those marker sets. And I'm going to just pop this page open to you. Oh, by the way, those of you that are on my email list, soon as I can get pictures of the new celebration items that we can choose from, I will get that out in an email to everybody right away. And I will also let you know about the 2 new kits. The things that I can get pictures out to you of, I will be able to do that. But join during celebration. You can choose 2 free Stampin' Write marker sets. And again, if you have the old markers, this is a great time to get the new markers. They're normally $35 a piece because they have the new tip on them. And I did a video on that, I think it was about a week and a half ago. And you can go back and look at it and see different techniques I shared with using the markers and the difference in the markers. But those are $35 a piece. So that's $70 and free if you choose option 1, along with this stamp set. And I have to share with you, and I'm hoping I can get it up there. This stamp says handmade by, and it's got some little flowers on there, but I think it would be absolutely awesome to have that stamped like on the back of one of your cards you give to somebody, just to know that they know you made that card personally, and then you can have your signature on it. And then along with that, you get $125 in product free for $99. If you didn't want that option, the other option you have is option number 2, you can have $30 in free product instead of this deal, along with your $125. So that's my spiel on joining. I always try to get at least 2 people to join during celebration because I get a little bit of a kickback for that. So I appreciate that too, that I can do that and then start getting some deals on other stamp sets that I could choose. Okay, done talking. Have a great day, you guys. Thanks for coming. I appreciate you guys using me as your demonstrator, if you do, and I appreciate you watching my videos. So talk to you later.